you spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. Check, watch 54, watch 54. And let's pin the mirrors back.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it. Incomplete.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Out
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Elliott running right. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw is Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Prescott steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here we go, 47. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing is Rodgers. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and able to find Green. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
Mike, 158.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, 626.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Spinning away. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Rodgers throwing complete here to St. Brown. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
47. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath, the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He gets this to Davante Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, Charlie.
On first down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just needed...
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll make our score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15. 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, go kill.
First down, Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. On second down, Elliott. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go.
23 yards, the final tally. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. And now the throw hauled in by Green. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
This is caught. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His fourth touchdown on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. He's got the connection to Cooper. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Running with Elliott. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 28-yard line.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And Crosby missed it. No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Here's Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
Rodgers throwing complete here to St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now Jones. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the grip. Good to hear with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
Squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems.
want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.